Hello everyone, I am Dreamsea from Women's College Tinsukia, Counsellor of IGNOU Center 0403. Here I am going to discuss a topic of BPY 001, Indian Philosophy Part 1 of Block 4 under the unit Buddhism under the subtitle 3.4 Practical Teachings of Buddhism, of which I have chosen the topic The Four Noble Truths of Buddhism. First, we will have to take a glance of the philosophy of Buddhism. First, we should know that what type of philosophy Buddhism is. We all know that Buddhism is a heterodox system of Indian philosophy. It belongs to the heterodox system because it believes the existence of Vedas, yet it did not believe in all the sayings of Veda, but it believes upon the sayings that are promoted by Lord Buddha. Gautama or Siddhartha is regarded as the founder of this system. Gautama or Siddhartha, the same person, was a king who at the time of getting knowledge known as Buddha is the founder of Buddhism. This system is basically rooted in practical teachings of Siddhartha or Buddha. Buddha, being a king, was mostly dominated by the practical thinkings of human life. So, while discussing philosophy, he discusses every aspect of philosophy from a practical standpoint of a general human being. Buddha's teaching is related to the search for ultimate truth of the world. We all know about the story of Buddha, that how he involved himself in the thinkings of philosophical domain. During his search, Buddha has discovered four important hinges upon which human life is based. Actually, Buddha, while going to find out the ultimate truth of the world, he was trying to find out the remedies, the cures by which we can come over or overcome the sufferings of human life, the reality of human life. Then, while going to in his search, he discovered certain important aspects of human life, which later on he developed into Four Noble Truths, popularly known as Four Noble Truths or Chaturtha Ajya Satya, Four Noble Truths. The first Noble Truth, we will start with it. The first Noble Truth of Buddhism, which was discovered by Buddha in his first stage of discovery, was dukkha or suffering. The first truth is that life is full of suffering. That is, life includes pain of separation from loved ones. We know in his story that he discovered many people in his journey of truth, that people are suffering from different types of pains. One of them is the separation from loved ones. We all are under this grief, that we all get separated from our beloved ones in our life now and then. So this pain is an inseparable pain of every human life. Old age. Old age is an undebatably a certain aspect of human life that will come to every human being without taking any question or without any separation of his status in life or his dignity, his morality or anything. Every human being will get this age, At this age, human beings become more dependent upon others. They are not as energetic as they were in their young age. They have to wait for their whatever they want for the others to be supplied. So old age is an age where people generally don't want to go, but it is an unavoidable age that will come to everybody. Then disease. There is not a single person in this world who is not having any disease. Disease, whether it may be small or like a cold fever or anything, or a huge disease or big disease suffering from a person may be suffering from, whatever be, but disease is a disease which is always unpleasant. And ultimately, the ultimate destiny of human life, the death. That is an unavoidable aspect of human life. No one in this world can escape from the hands of death. That is our destiny. Though that is our destiny, yet we suffer from the pain that we will die. We know that we will die. Still we feel the pain that we will die. We will no more in this world. And we will not be able to be with our loved one, to enjoy the world, to have all the pleasures that bore out of the worldly objects. So these are the pains that human beings unavoidably have to go through. We also endure some psychological sufferings like loneliness, frustration, fear, humiliation, disappointment, and anger. We sometimes feel in the midst of every people that we are alone. Nobody is there to take care of us. Everybody are against us. This is the loneliness that we feel that comes out of our own mind. That is our own creation. And sometimes we really become lonely if our loved one are not with us. Then frustration. Frustrations come out of not getting what we want, what we desire. But this frustration is not a product of nature. It is the product of our psychology, that what we are not getting is not sufficient. Fear of death, fear of bad person, fear of anything, losing anything. Fear is accompanied with all types of human relations, all types of human feelings, and all types of human emotions. Fear we cannot escape. Humiliation. We are always having a kind of inferiority complex in us, that we may be humiliated by others if we do like this. So humiliation is an aspect that is psychologically created by human being within himself due to the dominance of our own insufficiency or our own inferiority complex. Disappointment. We are disappointment with his this and that, or his and her, or whatever. The human beings are at a state of psychology that they are not satisfied with anything what they are getting. They always try to disappoint. They are always in a state that they always try to say themselves that I am disappointed. This is the safest position where they can show others that be sympathize with me. I am disappointed with this one, and somebody is disappointing me, or that. And ultimately anger, the demon that ruins human nature. Anger is our own creation. We can be angry if we want. We may not be angry if we don't want. So anger is a psychological suffering that we are causing by ourselves. This is a certain fact that we cannot deny. These are the things that comes out of our own mind. We cannot deny them. And even we don't want to go out of them. So the first noble truth is that Dukha, suffering. Human being suffer in this life. Then, after the discovery of first noble truth, he discovered the second noble truth, which is causes of suffering. Samudaya, Dukha Samudaya. If there is something, it cannot be uncaused. Most probably you have already gone through Buddha's concept of Pratitta Samutpada, which means that nothing in this world is uncaused. An uncaused thing is unbelievable thing. There must be some cause of everything. If there is suffering, there must be cause of suffering also. In the second noble truth, is the suffering is caused by our desires and dislikes. The second noble truth said that our suffering is caused by our desires and dislike. The main cause of our desires and dislike is ignorance or avidya. Every Indian philosophical system, almost except Sarvaka, believe that avidya or ignorance is the main cause of our suffering. Ignorance regarding what? Ignorance regarding the true self and not self. We always assimilate our body with our soul. We think that whatever our body is getting, our soul is getting. But we are ignorant about the fact that our soul is a free element, a free aspect that cannot be binded within the four walls of our body. So, ignorance is the root cause of our suffering, which bore out of our bodily discomfort. In the second noble truth, Buddha shows 12 links or causes of suffering, which are called by him as Bhava Chakra. These 12 links or causes of suffering are: first, avidya, which I have already discussed about, avidya and disposition, sanskara. These two points comes out of our past life. Suppose we divide our life into three aspects: past, present and future. Suppose we are in the past life. Suppose we are in this life, we are ignorant about the real nature of our soul and our body. Out of this avidya or non-knowledge, there arises some sanskara, dispositions, some habits in us, which are kept in our mind, kept in our heart as our habits. We, within the past life, lead our life within avidya and sanskara. In this life, we die, and after that, we attain another life where we are now at present. This is our present life. The past lives, avidya and sanskara are carrying with us in the present life. In present life, first of all, we have consciousness. We are conscious about our own body, our own mind, that we are now born. We are in this world. We are born now. Then comes the mind-body organism. We know that we have a mind, we have a body. As a baby sees his fingers, his hand, his foot, he understands that he is not just a mind, he is a combination of mind and body organism. Then 6 organs of cognition, sarayatana. We understand that we have 5 organs of cognition and another 6th internal one is the mind. Our mind is the 6th internal organ that understands the objects of the world. Then sense-object contact, sparsha. Due to the 5 sense organ and the 6th internal organ, we come across contact with the objects of the external world, which ultimately gives us some kind of sparsha or contact or sensation of the objects. This sense contact gives rise to sense experience, Vedana. We experience the object, whether it be of pleasant or pleasure. We feel pleasure while eating an apple. We feel bitterness while eating some bitter fruits. So, pleasure or pain, whatever may be, but our sense object contact gives us sense experience. This sense experience leads to trust for object, Trishna. Trust for object. This means that we again want to have the object. I said that if we eat an apple, we will feel pleasure. This pleasure again gives us an intention to eat another apple to feel the pleasure again. This is called the trust for object. Then cleaning of object. Cleaning of objects upadana. That means we lock to the object which we want to attain in our life again and again. We search for it, we go for it, we never try to understand anything, we just want to get it, and this is called cleaning of objects. Lastly, in the present world, at the time, this is the from consciousness to cleaning of object, the whole present life is surrounded of. We are going through this consciousness to cleaning of object throughout our world, throughout our life. And at the end of our life, when we are going to die and we understand that this is our last time, there occurs a will to be born again, Vava. In the present life, at the time of that, we feel a curve, an urge to be born again. And because of this curve to be born again, we take another birth in the future life, which is called jati. And when the jati or birth takes place in the future life, all the sufferings, jara marana of life again started to accumulate, and they also gives us all the feelings that we have in the present life, in the future life also. So the past, present and future life, these are linked up with one another if we don't break this circle of 12 links. These 12 links are the chain-like system. They are going in a circular movement, that we cannot come out of it. If we want to come out of it, we will have to go through the other noble truth.